Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a hot-button topic. Will Donald Trump's policies help America and the globe? Whether you're a supporter, a critic, or just curious, this is a conversation worth having. We'll break down his key policies, their potential impacts, and what they could mean for the world. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about Trump's economic policies. During his presidency, Trump implemented significant tax cuts, particularly for corporations and high-income earners, through the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. This legislation reduced the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%, aiming to make American businesses more competitive globally. Supporters argue that these tax cuts boosted economic growth, lowered unemployment to historic lows, and brought back jobs to the U.S. They point to the stock market's strong performance during his tenure and increased business investments. Critics, however, say the benefits were unevenly distributed, widening income inequality and adding trillions to the national debt, which could burden future generations. On the global stage, Trump's America First approach led to renegotiated trade deals like the USMCA, which replaced NAFTA. The USMCA included stronger labor protections and updated provisions for the digital economy, which some argue benefited American workers and industries. However, Trump's tariffs on countries like China sparked trade wars, leading to higher costs for consumers and retaliatory measures from trading partners. While some industries, like steel and aluminum, saw short-term gains, others, like agriculture, suffered from lost export markets. So, did these policies help America? For some, yes. But the long-term global impact? That's still up for debate. Next, let's talk about one of Trump's most controversial topics: immigration. His administration focused heavily on border security, including the construction of the southern border wall and stricter immigration policies. Trump's zero-tolerance policy led to the separation of thousands of migrant families at the border, a move that drew widespread condemnation from human rights organizations and the international community. While the policy was eventually reversed, the images of children in detention centers left a lasting impact on America's global reputation. Supporters argue that these measures protected American jobs and national security, pointing to a reduction in illegal border crossings and the dismantling of human trafficking networks. Critics, however, argue that the policies were inhumane and damaged America's standing as a beacon of hope and opportunity. Globally, Trump's immigration stance influenced other countries to adopt stricter policies, but it also strained diplomatic relationships, particularly with Latin American nations. For example, the decision to end Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for immigrants from countries like El Salvador and Haiti led to backlash and concerns about destabilizing regions already facing economic and political challenges. So, while some Americans may feel safer, the global perception of the U.S. took a hit. Now, let's tackle climate change. Trump famously withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement, arguing it was unfair to American businesses and workers. His administration rolled back numerous environmental regulations, including the Clean Power Plan, which aimed to reduce carbon emissions from power plants, and methane emission standards for the oil and gas industry. Supporters praised these moves for promoting energy independence and job creation in industries like coal and oil. They argue that deregulation allowed American energy companies to thrive, making the U.S. a net exporter of energy for the first time in decades. But critics warn that these actions set back global efforts to combat climate change. The U.S., as one of the world's largest carbon emitters, plays a crucial role in reducing greenhouse gases. By stepping back from international agreements and rolling back domestic regulations, Trump's policies may have delayed progress on a global scale. The long-term environmental damage could be catastrophic, with rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and loss of biodiversity, affecting not just the US, but the entire planet. So, while Trump's policies may have helped certain industries in the short term, the global impact on climate change could be devastating. Trump's foreign policy was defined by his America First mantra. He took a tough stance on China, imposing tariffs and sanctions in response to unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft. While this led to a Phase 1 trade deal, the broader trade war created uncertainty in global markets and strained relations with one of the world's largest economies. In the Middle East, Trump brokered historic peace deals, like the Abraham Accords, which normalized relations between Jerusalem and several Arab nations. Supporters argue that these agreements were a significant diplomatic achievement, reducing tensions in a volatile region. However, Trump's decision to withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA, and assassinate Iranian General Qasem Soleimani escalated tensions with Iran, leading to fears of a broader conflict. Critics argue that his erratic style alienated traditional allies, particularly in Europe, and weakened America's role as a global leader. Globally, Trump's policies reshaped international relations, but whether that's for better or worse depends on who you ask. Finally, we can't ignore Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. His administration launched Operation Warp Speed, which accelerated vaccine development, a major win. The program facilitated the creation and distribution of vaccines in record time, saving countless lives. But Trump's downplaying of the virus and inconsistent messaging drew heavy criticism. His reluctance to endorse mask-wearing and social distancing, along with his promotion of unproven treatments like hydroxychloroquine, created confusion and undermined public health efforts. Globally, the U.S. response influenced how other countries approached the pandemic. While Operation Warp Speed demonstrated American innovation, the mixed messaging and high case numbers may have undermined global confidence in American leadership during a crisis. So, will Donald Trump's policies help America and the globe? The answer isn't black and white. Some policies boosted the economy and reshaped foreign relations, while others sparked controversy and raised concerns about long-term global impacts. What do you think? Did Trump's policies help or hurt? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the topics that matter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.